From silent fixes to pro-level detailing tricks, this little blue can does way more than loosen bolts. Stay till the end, because a handful of these WD-40 uses can save you time, money, and a trip to the workshop. Trick number 12. Eliminate dashboard creaks and interior squeaks. Dashboard rattles are maddening. That faint, persistent noise that starts every time you hit a bump. It's not a major issue, but it feels like your car is personally mocking you with every mile. And the culprit is simpler than you think. Dry plastic joints rubbing together as the cabin flexes over bumps. Here's the pro move. Spray a bit of WD-40 on a clean microfiber cloth, never directly on the dash, and wipe along the seams, vents, and plastic meeting points. The formula lubricates those contact edges, reduces friction, and conditions the material all at once. Within seconds, the squeaks disappear completely. It also restores a subtle sheen to plastic trim without leaving greasy residue. Mechanics and detailers do this before every delivery. Now you can enjoy that same new car silence every single drive. Now that the cabin is silent, let's talk about the trick most shops would rather keep quiet. Trick number 11. Loosen rusted fuel caps. Fuel caps that won't open are genuinely frustrating. The metal fights back like it's welded permanently in place. Constant exposure to fuel vapors, moisture, and road grime causes the threads and rubber seals to corrode and seize up completely. Here's the fix that shops quietly use but rarely mention to customers. Grab your WD-40 and give the cap's edge and threads a firm spray. Let it sit for a few minutes while the formula works its way in. Then twist gently. You'll feel it break smoothly without tearing the seal or cracking the cap. Wipe off the excess and apply another light coat. The WD-40 not only loosens existing corrosion, but also lubricates the threads, preventing future sticking. This is literally the simplest step mechanics use before telling you your cap was fine all along. Now you won't have to wait for them to free it next time you need gas. Electrical problems are expensive to diagnose, but the next preventative trick is free. Trick number 10. Protect electrical connections. Moisture and electricity are mortal enemies. Corrosion on wiring connectors, sensors, or fuse terminals causes random warning lights, misfires, or even complete engine shutdowns. There's a preventative move mechanics quietly swear by that stops this before it starts. Before the rainy season hits, disconnect each electrical plug and give it a light mist of WD-40. The formula drives out trapped moisture and coats the metal pins with a thin, non-conductive film that blocks humidity and salt corrosion. Reconnect everything and wipe off any excess. Those fragile electrical joints will now resist oxidation and stay clean far longer. It's preventative magic. One quick step that keeps your entire electrical system breathing easy, rain or shine. Now, here's another cosmetic fix that's surprisingly satisfying. Trick number 9. Remove sticker residue without scratching paint. Old sticker residue is one of those small annoyances that feels impossible to fix. That sticky, gray mess left behind after peeling off bumper stickers or inspection tags just won't come off. Scraping only spreads the goo and risks scratching your paint. There's a chemical solution that makes this effortless. Spray WD-40 directly on the residue. Let it sit for about 30 seconds while it breaks down the adhesive bonds. Then, wipe it away with the microfiber cloth and watch it slide right off without any effort. The formula dissolves even decades-old glue without damaging paint or glass. Use it on windows, badges, or stubborn tape marks. Mechanics use this before handing over cars after service, leaving them spotless. Now, you can do the same, and your car will look cleaner than the day that sticker went on. But under the hood is where it gets tricky. Trick number 8. Clean and protect engine bays. Engine bays accumulate years of grime, grease, and road dust. It's one of the dirtiest parts of any car, and most people avoid touching it because everything looks so delicate and complicated. Here's the secret to a showroom-worthy engine bay. After wiping down surfaces with a damp cloth, lightly mist WD-40 over plastic covers, hoses, and metal parts. Wipe off the excess and step back. Instantly, everything looks refreshed, darker, shinier, cleaner. But it's not just cosmetic. WD-40 forms a thin protective film that repels moisture and prevents corrosion, keeping your engine bay clean much longer. It's the final touch detailers rely on before a sale or car show. It takes less than 5 minutes to pull off that professional finish yourself. Now, let's talk about protecting the tools that protect your car. Trick number 7. Prevent tools from rusting. Damp garages create the perfect environment for that orange film to start creeping across steel overnight. Here's how to stop rust before it even starts. Spray a thin coat of WD-40 on all metal tools before storing them. Wipe away the excess with a rag, leaving just a slight sheen. The formula creates a protective barrier that locks out air and moisture, preventing oxidation completely. Next time you grab your wrench, it'll be as smooth as the day you bought it. Mechanics do this religiously at the end of every shift. It's why their tools last decades without rusting out. Hold on, if you're still watching right now, you're clearly someone who loves taking care of your car the smart way. So do yourself a favor, hit that like button and subscribe right now. Trick number 6. Stop door hinge creaks. Door hinge squeaks are more than just annoying sounds. That slow, painful squeak is the sound of metal grinding against metal, slowly wearing away with every single open and close. Instead of ignoring it or slathering on heavy grease, there's a cleaner solution. Aim your WD-40 straw nozzle right at the hinge joints and give each one a short spray. Move the door back and forth a few times to work the lubricant in. Instantly, the noise disappears, replaced by smooth, silent motion. WD-40 reduces friction and leaves behind a clean film that shields against moisture and rust. It's the difference between a car that sounds neglected and one that whispers quality every time you open the door. But rubber parts are often overlooked until they fail. Trick number 5. Keep rubber seals fresh and flexible. Rubber seals are your car's invisible guardians. They keep out dust, water, and wind noise. But over time, they dry out, crack, and start letting in leaks and rattles. Before that happens, there's a simple maintenance step you should know. Spray a small amount of WD-40 on a clean cloth and wipe along the weather stripping around doors, windows, and the trunk. The formula restores elasticity, conditions the rubber, and prevents it from sticking in heat or freezing in cold weather. You'll notice doors closing softer and seals lasting years longer. It's one of those maintenance secrets mechanics swear by but rarely mention. But chrome needs special attention to maintain that mirror finish. Trick number 4. Restore chrome shine. Chrome loses its sparkle after months of exposure to rain, road salt, and dust. The surface turns dull and lifeless, and when you touch it, you can feel the roughness of rust starting to form. When this happens, don't panic, and definitely don't reach for harsh abrasives that'll scratch the finish. Just grab your WD-40 and spray it generously over the chrome surfaces, like bumpers, exhaust tips, or trim. Let it sit for a few seconds, then wipe it down with a soft microfiber cloth. Instantly, that faded metal comes back to life, smooth and mirror bright. The WD-40 dissolves oxidation, lifts grime, and leaves behind a thin protective coating that shields against future rust. Same secret detailers use to make old chrome gleam like showroom new. Small details make a big difference in how your car presents itself. Trick number 3. Clean rusty license plate screws and edges. Rusty license plate screws are easy to ignore until they snap when you try to remove them. Rain, road salt, and moisture eat into the metal over time, spreading corrosion that stains the plate edges and even the bumper beneath. Before that happens, there's a preventative step you should take. Spray WD-40 directly onto the screws and around the rusty edges. Let it soak for a few minutes. You'll see the rust begin to loosen almost immediately. Wipe the area clean with a cloth or gently scrub with an old toothbrush to lift off remaining residue. The metal looks refreshed and, more importantly, protected. WD-40 leaves behind a thin, invisible shield that keeps moisture out and stops new rust from forming. It's a small detail, but it makes your car look cleaner, your screws last longer, and your license plates stay rust-free. The kind of finish that separates a car owner from a car lover. After washing your car, there's one problem that appears almost immediately. Trick number 2. Stop rust on brake rotors after washing. Flash rust on brake rotors happens fast. Within hours of washing your car, that thin orange film creeps along the metal. It looks ugly, causes squeaky braking, and can actually shorten rotor life over time. Here's how to stop it before it starts. After drying your car, lightly mist WD-40 over the rotor surfaces. Just enough to coat, not soak. Spin the wheel by hand to spread it evenly, then wipe off any excess. The formula displaces leftover moisture and leaves a thin, protective film that prevents rust from forming. Next time you hit the brakes, there'll be no squeal, no grind, just smooth, clean stops. It's a detailer's secret before storing cars for long periods. Now it's your trick to keep rotors spotless and ready to roll. And finally, the finishing touch that makes everything look professional. Trick number 1. Shine and protect alloy wheels. Alloy wheels take an absolute beating from brake dust, tar, and road grime. The surface dulls quickly, and even after washing them, that gray haze returns within days. That's where WD-40 becomes your secret finishing touch. After cleaning your wheels, spray a light coat over the surface and wipe it evenly with a microfiber cloth. Instantly, the finish brightens and a slick protective layer forms. This barrier repels dust, water, and dirt, making your next wash twice as easy. Even better, it prevents corrosion around lug nuts and in those hard-to-reach crevices. It's the secret final touch body shops use before handing over a new car. That deep metallic gleam that turns heads before you've even left the driveway. Now you know that blue can of WD-40 isn't just a lubricant. It's a mechanic in a can. If you learned something new today, hit that like button. It genuinely helps the channel grow. Don't forget to subscribe for more simple, shop-proven fixes that keep your ride in top shape. And before you go, here's a question for you. Which of these tricks surprised you the most? Drop a comment below and let us know.